What is up, guys? It's your boy Nathan, and this is my reaction to our Carabao Cup final victory over Newcastle United. Manchester United 2, Newcastle United nil. Few hours, about 12 hours after the fact, it's got me thinking. I spent the whole night not necessarily celebrating, but kind of reflecting on everything that's happened in the last couple of years, and yeah, we'll get into that. But let's start off with the game first. Extremely nervous, oddly nervous for me. I was less nervous for the Barcelona legs of the Europa League than this match. I guess because it was a final, you had the final curse, semi-finals, just falling short constantly again and again and again. Semi-final losses here and there and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, it got me thinking, just like about 25 minutes before the game, like just before I got live, I was like very nervous. I was finding it difficult to breathe. Brain was foggy. I don't know. It was just a weird feeling. And going into the game, we had a good lineup out. All things considered, Newcastle haven't played in 7 or 8 days. By the time we are coming fresh off a high of course, at the Europa League qualifiers round against Barcelona, win at Old Trafford, and of course, we had the momentum, but they had the rest. And every week we're wondering when is the team going to break down, and they're not breaking down, and it's great. And 18 games in 61 days or something like that. It was a game 3.5 days, something like that. I think at the beginning of the new year, and we went into the game. Newcastle, first 20 minutes, they're battering us. Alan Saint Maximin is getting the better of Diego Dallo a lot. Bruno Guimaraes is finding passes, threading the needle. Trippier is bombing down, crossing it in. We were playing very timid football. Quite honestly, the first 20 minutes, I can honestly, genuinely say now that we were not playing very well. I just don't think we were playing very well for the first 20 minutes. And I think the tactic was to kind of soak it up as much as we can. They're going to be looking eager to get on the front foot quickly, and I think we took advantage of that. And I think in the 33rd minute, it was a free kick from Luke Shaw. I've been saying it. He's one of the best left backs in the world. People always clown me. People always make jokes. Yes, he had a bad season last year, but I'm telling you, there's quality there, and whether people choose to admit it or not, how many assists has he got this season? It's pretty decent for someone who people have no expectations of, but I do have expectations of him. I do, because I think he is really, really good. And as I was saying, Luke Shaw crosses it in around 33rd minute. Casemiro, where the finest of margins, stays onside. Great wherewithal by him, heads it in, and he celebrates calmly, calmly, like he's been there. And it's the relief I found after he scored that goal. The nerves just went away, really. The nerves just went away. Like, you could visibly see it on the watch along stream. I was just so much more relaxed. uh lot of trauma when it comes to trophies, finals, and stuff. So yeah, um just very relaxed when it happened after that. And then 6 minutes later, of course, Wout Weghorst feeds in Rashford hits it across the goal, goes over Botman. Karius does bottle it a little bit, but to be fair to him, I don't know how much game time he's had in general. I think I read somewhere that maybe he's not started a game in 2 years or something like that, man. Either way, it doesn't really matter. He's not been playing football a lot, so for him to come cold turkey and do that, he made some good saves uh, after that as well. But 39 minutes, we were 2-0 up. I think Anthony does a back flick, feeds Weghorst runs on through, has to slow down because he's not fast enough to break the final defenders for pace. Tries to curl it on the left. Karius makes a wonderful shot, and then it's halftime. In the second half, we come out with a different game plan. We subbed off Dallo, who I think unfairly got an early yellow card, but I think that was part of why Alan Saint Maximin had so much uh, success with him, because Diego Dallo had to be more careful. Then it is a final, you can't lose your head. You never know what's going to happen, and get subbed off. And I think one of the men of the match. I know you can't give it to him because he may have played only half, but Aaron Van Bissaka just kept on pocketing Alan St. Maximin, and easily the player of the half I can give him. Maybe not player of the game, but player of the half for sure. He had the best game. He was bombing forward, he was inverting, he was doing slide tackles which led to chances, he was trying to be creative. He took a shot himself, I believe, as well, or maybe two. So much intent, night and day, and I was really happy with the performance of his, in particular, these last couple of weeks. I have to say, I can't just say today. In general, he's just kind of stepped up his game slowly but surely, and it was just a wonderful game. We shut them down eventually. Yeah, they had chances towards the end, but for the most part, we shut them down. And the moment the final whistle went, I was just elated. I was elated. It was a very emotional feeling I had. I didn't know what to do with myself. It's been 6 years, and a somewhat newly alien feeling of winning again. Yes, it's the EFL Cup, but I don't care, because you got to start somewhere. And quite honestly, the boys needed it more than anything. I think we needed it for sure, but the boys needed, this set of boys needed it. The guys had to, know that it can be done, create that mentality to push forward and push forward and push forward. And when we did it, I was holding back tears, really. I didn't know what to do with myself, quite honestly. But when we did it, the relief I had was something I haven't actually felt in a long time. And it's been a rough couple of years, supporting this team. And I say couple to be polite. Obviously, it's longer than that. But yeah, I mean, I just sat there. I was sitting there, I was with the chat, and they were telling me to celebrate it and, like, let it out. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I was just it was just such an alien feeling. I didn't know what to do, if that makes sense. And yeah, Manchester United Carabao Cup winners 2023, 5.5 years later from our last trophy, something like that, 5.5 years, something around that amount of time. And just a lovely feeling. I didn't want to sleep. I didn't know what to do with myself. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. This is just how I feel. This is just raw emotions. There's no they're not going to get any technical kind of analysis of the game. Yes, Newcastle had more possession, but we had more chances. We were more clinical. We had more shots on target. We wanted it more, I think, at the end of the day. No offense to Newcastle fans if you're listening to this. And it showed, really, at the end of the day. On the balance of two halves, it showed that we wanted it more. My man of the match goes to Casemiro. Actually, I have two. I will explain the other one in a bit, but we have two. And a lot of people said he's getting up there. We bought him maybe on the downslide of his career, maybe just a little bit on the downslide from Real Madrid. Real Madrid fans weren't happy to let him go. Some were okay because they thought they had a good replacement, which they might end up actually having a good replacement of. But this man's won everything, and the hunger he had in the game was immense. I remember St. Maximin skins Dallo, I think, and Casemiro's covering him. He buys the foul, falls to the ground. He jumps back up. He pumps the crowd up for defensive moves, for winning fouls. This is a man who's won everything, club level. Still hungry, still starving, I would say. I think he's starving for more. Casemiro was the man of the match on the pitch, but I think if you're a United fan, we all know who the real man of the match is. With respect to everyone, it's not about being negative, but the real man of the match is Eric Ten Hag. Eric 10 out of 10 Hag. Eric 10 Heisenberg. Thank you, Eric Ten Hag, for making us feel a way we haven't felt in a long time. I don't want to speak on behalf of all United fans, although I'm sure a lot of them will agree. But I just want to, you know, thank you for making me feel this way. I want it out there, and the mentality you have shown, and the ability under so much pressure for decisions you made pre World Cup, and situations that happened pre World Cup, and um, you know, taking it on the chin and keep on moving and not caring what anyone has to say, which I think the fans in general will approve of and appreciate. You have given us a feeling that, quite honestly, we should have never lost, but we most certainly have lost it, and now we've got it back. And we have no intention of giving it back. I'm sorry for anyone who's not a United fan who's going to possibly watch to the end of this. We have no interest in giving this back. This is where we always belonged, winning things. Doesn't matter what anyone says. And the onus is so much on him, the mentality. Interviewers ask him, what do you think about the success of your team? He said, what success? We're just winning. Success is trophies. You haven't won anything yet. Things like that. Things like that make you really go, this man is going to do something here. He's going to change, or maybe go back to what being a Manchester United player is, what a Manchester United fan is, what we can expect out of it. And that's what he has done. And I think I really got emotional because I was really grateful to Eric Ten Hag for this. I don't think he can't, a lot of people can't take this away from us, this feeling right now, irrespective of what the cup is to anyone else. The feeling of it, I think, is much more important. The confidence it'll give the players, the confidence it'll give the fans to keep believing that we can keep going and achieving and doing better things. This club is capable of doing so once again. And it's all to him. I think man of the match, man of the year, man of the month, whatever you want to call it, it's Eric Ten Hag. It's Eric Ten Hag. And you know what's the funny thing? When the match ended, there was a little part of me that wanted to jump up, right, and celebrate. But for some reason, the first thing that came to my mind, and I said it in chat, for some reason, I'm thinking of 4 days from now, West Ham United. And in the post-match conference, he said, champagne for coaches and staff members. The players got a big game on Thursday. And another interview, he said, it's good that we won a cup, but now we have to focus on West Ham. Hours, just maybe an hour later after winning it. First interviews. This is our guy. He is our guy. He knows what it is to be Manchester United. And he's inculcating it into everybody that may have lost it. The pressure, the requirements to be somebody that dons the shirt. This is what Eric Ten Hag has done for us. Thank you so much, Eric Ten Hag. I can't explain it to you. I'll be forever indebted to you no matter what happens moving forward. The emotions that were felt after winning were real. I saw other people feeling same, tears. People will laugh at us, but it was tears, it was real. This club has been hurting for so long for many reasons, which I don't want to get into today. Because we have deserved this, we have earned it, you've earned it, the boys have earned it. We all deserve to just be happy today. So thank you, Eric Ten Hag. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone who watches the channel as well. Do like, share and subscribe as always, and I will see you in the next watch along. Take care, guys.